Hello, Nick. I am making your orisa VOD right now because you're telling me this was a crazy game of yours. Don't do that. So, we're walking up. We don't know what they have yet. But typically, yeah, I mean, you see that the spear is there, don't do that. You're using this ability very early. As Orisa, you don't have a shield. You don't have tons of damage mitigation except for this ability, your Fortify. And you're using it just right now. Like, if I'm this team, I'm like, oh my god, Fortify, freaking, oh my god! Yes. They're eating. I'm making a VOD. Again, I'm literally just making a YouTube video for Nick. So if you want to hear me yap, you can, but okay. I'll stream it too for you so you can see the game I'm talking about. Okay. So anyway, like I was saying, you're using this ability way too early, and it makes it really hard for you to actually engage into a solid fight because you just don't have the way of blocking any incoming damage. You're backing up here. You feel that you're low, but it gives the ram a chance to kind of walk in on you guys. And you're playing a really passive angle right now. I would have just stayed here. You could have taken cover right here instead of backing all the way to point. You're back here, you're fighting. He's low. You could have kept shooting the ram. He was low that entire time. Nice try on the spear. Like, just calm down when you use your cooldowns, because you could have easily just moved to the left a little bit and shot your spear, and you would have canceled Mercy Res. Just be patient with yourself. Be patient. Good job not letting your gun overheat. I get out of here. You're going too far in right now. And your supports are trying to be with you to keep you up, but it's just killing them. Like, you don't have to be going all the way this far for a Moira. Like, you just keep the space right here, and it makes it a lot easier for your team. And you're down your Kiriko. You saw that you lost your Kiriko, but you didn't back up. You didn't kite it. And you give them ult charge. So understand the resources that you have on your team, and then back up or go in accordingly. Alright, you see that your team's all here. Nice spear. Really early again. Like, what does this do? Like, fortifying this early. Like, your full HP. Fortify is like when you lose your armor, then you pop Fortify to give yourself, like, actual good damage reduction. But you're just popping it, like, right here. And the enemy team just be like, bro, Orisa, no cooldowns, man. Just rush her. Go at her. And then you die. You could have popped that earlier and killed the Ashe or done decent damage to her. And since you used your Fortify early, you have nothing to help block your damage. I don't know if your Kiriko had cleanse, it could have cleansed you, but you're also walking in front of a ramp shield, so they can't really heal you. You just needed to ult there, ult the Ashe, and then back up to right here and play your cover. You said you sold the first 2 points, but then you start popping the flip off, so I'm excited to see that. And see, again, you pop your Fortify early, and so when you actually start getting low, you just aren't able. Your Kiriko has to use her cleanse, and they have to use resources to keep you up. When you could have just had your Fortify and not, like, still be present in the fight. Again, super early. You're down your Yari. You're letting your gun overheat. Nice. Good try. In my head, I just think that like quick play is crazy, and that Mercy would probably just try and res that. So I just try and save my spear. If the enemy team has a Mercy and someone dies, I try and save my spear specifically for if Mercy tries to res. Yes, that res is stupid, but like just the idea of saving your spear for Mercy res is a good idea to have. Good target priority. Good. Early fortify again. And also a thing you can do, you can cancel your fortify. So like, you know, it makes you go slower. And if you cancel your fortify, you get the cooldown early again. So I would cancel your fortify when you're not taking any damage and you're trying to get somewhere fast. Let's try. I would try shooting the Echo because you see that she's half and not getting healed. You could have probably Beyblade to get that Moira. You end up getting her anyway, but just for efficiency, Beyblade. Almost. Early fortify. I might have ulted that. I might have Beybladed it and ulted that, and then have my fortify to get out. You're probably gonna die here, just because like your team is. I mean, you only have your Kiriko. You already died because the Ram kind of just walked behind you and is killing your backline. So that's a little bit of an awareness thing. So if you're mad for not getting cleansed or dying, your Junkrat's actively ulting and there's a Ram on point, and your Yari's dead. So just pay attention to kill feed and you'll be able to like see what's happening with your team. There's this kind of in like a crappy state right now. Alright, you're waiting for reset. Good. You're down your Genji. NT on the spear, early fortify again. And see, if you try and go in now, it's throw because you don't have cooldowns. So you don't have your damage mitigation. You just got your Beyblade. You're just going in when you're not ready, and you just, it costs you fights. But again, you said you threw the first couple of points, but now you start cooking. So very, very excited. Right. You guys have a Zen now. That's pretty nice. You see your team's dying right now in kill feed. The point takes like 25 seconds to actually unlock. So honestly, not really much of a point of trying to cap it right now because you're actively down both healers. And then your Genji feeding here, it's not something that you need to commit with. I mean, it's just like this is feed as hell and shouldn't happen. You're still down your Curie and you only have Zen heals, not even ER, you only have Zen heals now. So you have to be very careful with what you're doing. You have no fortify when you're full HP. Nice job. My reaction to Moira Cole would be to fade out. But you know what? Good kill on the Ram. Be aware of Mercy's on the team. She wants to res her tanky wanky. So again, I would just camp res. You have your spear, you could cancel res. You also can cancel Cole with your spear. And see, look, there you had your fortify, and you didn't die. And you're playing your rush, that's fine. You're backing up a bit now because you're down resources, that's good. You're engaging too deep here. You went back, that's good. But do you see the idea of where, like, when you walk past this tank, he has the ability to just kind of come here if he wants. You know, so you have to, it's a hard balance of going for their backline and then having their tank go for your own backline. I just want you to be keeping tabs. You're getting fixated on singular objects. You're fixated on people, just like on one target, and not thinking about what other people are doing in the meantime. Your Ash got that kill. That's good. Don't let your gun overheat. Nice. Nice. Oh, okay, man. Good night, dude. Daniela. Yes, thank you. You too. Sleep well. Okay, so sorry about that. Okay. You throw spear when there's a shield in front of you. It's just why. Keep your cooldown. Why? It's not gonna go through. Nice. You notice the Moira next to you. I like that. Your team has ults, so they don't. So I like that you guys backed out and didn't fight him for it. Because on Flashpoint, a key concept is fighting people in between points to get your ult charge. And you guys don't want to feed them ult charge, so that's good. I like this, but you can't be going too deep like this right now. But your Kiriko wants to ult it. Alright, cool. So like your team kills that, which is good, but you didn't know that was happening, I imagine. You didn't know that Ramatra was there. I'm gonna check from your personal VOD. Yeah, you don't have any idea. If that Ram is better, he kills your team. But luckily you have a Zen, your team handles it. But again, just that kind of awareness of seeing when you're going in their backline, what's actively happening to yours. You know what I mean? Because you'll do that. You'll fixate on their Mercy or support. Early fortify. Shooting shield. Nice pop. Good kill, but be careful. It's not worth it to do damage to Ram shield and you popped your fortify early again. Discord's going crazy. Good body block for your Zen. Early fortify. Nice spear. I Beyblade out. So now that they have a Zen, it makes your life a living hell. Because he just puts an orb on you and then you can kind of just die. So after I get that Ash kill and I see that the Orisa, that their Echo copied Orisa, I back up a little bit right here. I just try and shred copy. And if you don't have your fortify, I don't go past here because their tanks respawning. I know you want to kill their Zen, but right now it's just more important to keep this space and to keep yourself alive. We tranced. Don't know why. You can't control that. Big tire. Alright, nice. Ugh. So yeah, big things right now are cooldown usage. You use them too early, and so, but then when you actually try and go in, you don't have your cooldown, so you die. Not knowing LOS of your team and what's happening to your team. That's a big one. And even if it's working out for your team sometime, there's worlds and realities where it doesn't work out because you weren't paying attention to that. That's a big kill from your junk. Nice try. But again, another, just like I said before, when someone dies, try and have your spear for when the Mercy wants to res. You guys won the fight though. Nice job. Your junk did a lot of work. And then also, you haven't seen Ramult in a while, and you have not seen Bob in a while, Ash ult. So in my head, I'm thinking, what ults are they going to have to retake this, and what can we do to respond? You hear your team fighting something. You could have shot that Ashe instead of the Ram. So you hear a Bob on point. She threw it off the map, luckily, but just not even looking back for it. It's just kind of like scary. Like that Bob, it could have landed right here instead. And just look at your team right now. Like they're dead to this Bob. They're absolutely dead to it. Their Ashe is stupid and threw it off the cliff. So that's looking for you, but just not even like looking back to see what like where the Bob landed is dangerous. And it's lucky for you. Nice try. Early fortify. Because you see how it makes you slow, right? Nice spear. And so when you're trying to hard engage on these targets, you're making yourself slower when you have full HP. Alright. You guys picked it up. I'm glad. I know you said you had really good stats, but a lot of this win, it comes from their team playing really poorly. Their Matra never ulted. Their Ashe bobbed off the map. They the way that they play is bad, and your team was able to capitalize on that, and your junk did a lot of work. So I'm not gonna say that it was specifically you that carried this game, when a lot of the times this game could have been lost because of you, because of getting locked onto targets and not thinking about what's happening to your backline and not being aware of that. But you guys picked it up. Good win. So short and simple. Don't use your cooldowns too early. And don't engage without your cooldowns. Pay attention to what's happening behind you. And save your spears for Mercy. GG's.